the news tonight, First Lady Oluwemi Tinubu inaugurated Gender Center of Excellence at the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control bans alcohol in sachets and small plastic bottles. Good evening and welcome to Nta Ijebu Ode at 7, coming to you from your heritage station. I am Fatima Hassan and thank you for joining us today. The quest for gender equity in Nigeria has hit a major milestone with the inauguration of Senator Oluwemi Tinubu Gender Center of Excellence at the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, Kuru in Plateau State. Nigeria's First Lady Oluwemi Tinubu, while inaugurating the center, described it as another bold step towards bringing gender issues to the front burner and dismantling stereotypes against women. She applauded the Institute and the Senior Executive Course 45, 2023 for setting up the center, noting that its objective aligns with Nigerians' obligations under the National Gender Policy 2006 and the global frameworks to which the nation subscribed to get the center started. The First Lady announced a donation of 250 million naira ahead of other support.
Center's approach includes both men and women, recognizing that inclusion must be a shared national agenda. Actual progress will come when both genders stand as allies working together to dismantle stereotypes, open opportunities, and strengthen our collective humanity. To the future's cause, policymakers and leaders will pass through this gender center and say, let it stand as a hub of ideas and actions, while innovation blends with empathy and policies are forged with wisdom and compassion. And I pray it will serve as a center of excellence for gender-focused policy research, strategic engagement, and capacity building nurturing ideas that advance gender awareness and gender-sensitive policy making in Nigeria, Africa, and the world.
The support of the Delta State government working together with the National Institute, the National Center, to maximize the vision of the center. Also, because you have placed the name of it, but I respect the love.
To get the center started, the First Lady announced a donation of 250 million naira ahead of other support. Nigeria's First Lady Oluwemi Tinubu has distributed 10,000 sanitary towels to 10,000 girls drawn from the 20 local government areas of Ogun State under a renewed Upflow with Confidence initiative. The initiative is designed to support schoolgirls, promote menstrual health, and empower the beneficiaries with knowledge, dignity, and confidence in menstrual hygiene. Yemindali Mo complete the report. The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has again stopped the People's Democratic Party from proceeding with its planned national convention slated for November 15th and 16th, 2025 in Ibadan, Oyo State capital. Justice Peter Alifu gave the order this Tuesday in a ruling on an ex parte motion filed by the former Jigawa State Governor, Sule Lamido. Sule Lamido, one of the founding members of the PDP, prayed the court for an interim order stopping the planned convention pending the hearing and determination of the motion on notice. Justice Peter Alifu, in a ruling, held that the application of the plaintiff has merit and succeed and consequently restrained the PDP from convening its planned national convention scheduled for November 15 and 16 in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, pending the hearing and determination of the substantive suit. The court also restrained the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) from monitoring and recognizing the November 15th and 16th National Convention scheduled to hold in Ibadan, Oyo State, pending the hearing of the substantive suit filed by the plaintiff, which is pending before the court. The National Convention is meant to elect new national officers to steer the affairs of the party. Nigeria's journey into price stability and sustained prosperity is gathering new momentum. At the 2025 Central Bank of Nigeria Annual Executive Policy Seminar in Abuja, the spotlight fell on disinflation and economic growth acceleration. Beyond numbers, the forum highlighted strategies to sustain the gains of CBN's monetary reforms and strengthen investor confidence, while stressing coordinated action, productivity, driving expansion, and policies that can transform ambition into measurable progress for Nigeria's economy. Musa Abubakar completed the report.
In this scenario, economic lines converge once again, not just to talk numbers, but to chart the nation's future. It is the 2025 Central Bank of Nigeria Annual Executive Policy Seminar. Theme: Deepening Reforms, Paths to Disinflation and Sustainable Growth. With progress made on price stability and strengthening the financial sector, this year's seminar asks a defining question: how can Nigeria turn policy into progress and stability into sustained growth?
This esteemed forum serves as a strategic avenue for reflection, recalibration, and renewed commitment to a shared mission of guiding Nigeria's economy towards resilience, stability.
From taming inflation to strengthening the naira, the central bank's reform agenda is finding new pathways, powered by collaboration, fiscal discipline, and innovation.
What Nigeria needs at this stage is a unified national framework that integrates both monetary and fiscal levers to drive non-inflationary growth and structural transformation. Came together, the Central Bank and Ministry of Finance to co-create and co-author a document that we call the Disinflation and Growth Acceleration Strategy.
Through effective monetary policy, transparent communication, robust foreign exchange market reforms, and strengthened regulatory oversight, the bank will continue to lay the foundation for macroeconomic resilience.
The forum is expected to come up with critical pathways that will consolidate on economic gains achieved. In Abuja, Musa Abubakar, NTA News.
Still on our English updates, we'll be going on a time out. Please stay with us.
I leave my house for Lagos, almost celebrate with her for Dallas. I reach there now, they take me back here, no people for all in corner. Hey, I'm a boy. Don't for no kid go with water. Hey, even self, the pilot and the announce is ready for the fight now. And also one of them say, come with me. And he say, make our come follow the signal for cockpit, make we fly the plane together. Oh, sure. That's not the third time per day when you do those salary. So you want me to come up for line now, make it for wrong, or no talk faster.
Free, don't talk faster. Talk for 6 minutes, you get 6 minutes free. That's 51 bytes of data. Free. Dial star 606 hash. 2,000 naira for all customers. 1,000 naira for voice. Plus 1,000 naira for data.
Wonderful word is sharpening detergent. Oh yes, you can have a clean and bright wash with sharpening. Sharpening detergent is tough and stains, gentle on your hands, and your leaves clothes smelling fresh. And see, for clear out and all colors, sharpening detergent makes you shine. As you spread it out, you can see the shine of sharpening brightness. Now, while you smile with pride and nothing to hide, sharpening detergent makes your family clean and happy. Sharpening detergent, happiness with every wash.
Welcome back from the break. I'm glad you're there. Regular performance review and ensuring accountability remains critical in sustaining the nation's effort to keep adolescent girls' education in Nigeria. This is the position of stakeholders as the Federal Ministry of Education convenes in meeting with 21 states to push for more support for implementation in other states. Zenia Digmon reports.
As stakeholders report an increase in enrollment of girls in schools following the introduction of conditional cash transfer and other incentives. And now, the nation is focused on financial efficiency and strict adherence to World Bank policies, monitoring and holding state project coordinators and technical specialists accountable for the various aspects of the project.
So we have also system strengthening, making sure that all other things are going on, and anything that has to do with girls' education, we try and make sure that they, like the gender policy, we make sure that every state has the gender policy on their books.
Has helped me in improving my capacity, particularly in project management and in financial management also, and in procurement processes.
At strategic points and classes like P6 and JS3, girls are registered, and when they transit to JS1 and SS1, they are paid a certain amount, and when they meet 70% attendance in those classes, they are also paid timely fees.
So we have to get the balance right. So I try to make sure that everybody's around and moving forward on the direction and support the culture.
State teams are to immediately submit their final no objection budgets to the National Project Unit for consolidation and official endorsement by the World Bank. In Abuja, Zona NTA News.
The wife of Controller General of Customs, Kikelemo Adeniyi, has flagged off the Operation Green Border Sustainability Initiative at the Nigerian Customs Service, Ogun 1 Area Command, Idiroko, Ogun State. Mrs. Adeniyi, the president of the Customs Officers' Wives Association, planted symbolic trees at the Nigerian Benin Republic border town. Akim Jimo reports.
As stakeholders continue to provide solutions to the consequences of the prevailing global warming occasioned by climate change, the Nigerian Customs Officers' Wives Association, COA, have also aligned themselves with solution providers to the global challenge. Wife of the Controller General of Customs and the President, Customs Officers' Wives Association, COA, Kikelemo Adeniyi, shortly after the planting of symbolic trees at the Idiroko border town, Ogun State, assured that COA is committed to building greener, cleaner, and more resilient environment across border communities in Nigeria to combat the adverse effects of global warming.
We are launching a movement of hope, responsibility, and transformation that connects our people, our borders, and our planet. It's going to be training thousands of women and youth across customs communities in renewable energy, recycling, and environmental entrepreneurship. Through this initiative, COA will be planting over 5,000 trees across major customs border regions. We'll also be establishing solar-powered eco-hubs and sustainability clubs in custom schools. We'll be taking it to a global stage.
The Controller, Nigerian Customs Service, Ogun 1 Area Command, Godwin Botola, called for joint action to mitigate the challenge of climate change.
This initiative comes as a welcome complement to our operational goals, particularly as we continue to strengthen partnerships with our home communities for peace, security, and prosperity.
Godwin messages also centered on the significance of the theme of the initiative, which is our borders, our people, greening communities for a sustainable future. From Idiroko in Ipoki local government area of Ogun State, Akim Jimo, NTA News.
The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has reaffirmed its commitment to enforce the total ban on the production and sale of alcoholic beverages in sachets and small volume PET or glass bottles below 200 ml by December 2025. In line with the recent directive of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Director General Professor Mojisola Adeyeye explained that the action, ordered by the Nigerian Senate and endorsed by the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, underscores the agency's mandate to safeguard public health and protect vulnerable populations, particularly children, adolescents, and young adults, from harmful alcohol use. She emphasized that the ban is not punitive but protective. aimed at preserving the health and future of Nigerian youth. According to her, the decision is rooted in scientific evidence and public health considerations, as governments cannot continue to sacrifice citizens' well-being for short-term economic gains.
Emphasizes that the current Senate resolution aligns with the spirit and letter of that agreement and with Nigeria's commitment to the World Health Organization's global strategy to reduce harmful use of alcohol. That is Resolution 63.13 in 2010, to which Nigeria is a signatory, meaning we signed an agreement with over 180 countries to ensure that our children will not be exposed to alcohol.
It is gathered that the agency will continue to work collaboratively with the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, and the National Alimentation Agency to implement nationwide sensitization campaigns on health and social dangers of alcohol consumption in sachets and small bottles. And that completes our bulletin for tonight. Join us tomorrow for more interesting stories. Do have a wonderful night rest.
Mo ti ní kó máa fẹ́ ẹ balẹ̀ ọmọ fún mi ọlọ́wọ́ mi kì í ṣe mi ni mò ń gbọ́ wọ́n lọ sọ̀rọ̀ ìrìn àjò jẹ́ ẹ̀ jẹ̀jẹ̀ nǹkan bí sísè tọ́kọ́ náà nípa òní kan wọ́n ń pè mí wọ́n bísí ó ti jókòó náà. ó ti gé ẹni ọgá tí ìṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ìgbà ó lè ṣe wọn bó ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn ó ní kí wọ́n gbógun yìí sọ kí wọ́n gbógun yìí kí ó ṣe é ṣe é nìyẹn ẹ̀rẹ̀ dẹ́kun látọ̀rí náà máa pẹ́ náà ọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sọ̀rọ̀ sí kò sí ọ̀la ọ̀nà mẹ́rin kan pọ̀ ọmọbìnrin déédéé ó rẹwà á sì jáde.
Unlimited.
Yes, you can have a clean and bright wash with Sharpline. Sharpline detergent is tough and stains, gentle on your hands, and your leaves cloth smelling fresh. I see, for clear to no colors, Sharpline detergent makes you shine. As you spread it out, you can see the shine of Sharpline brightness. Now, while you smile with pride and nothing to hide, Sharpline detergent makes your family clean and happy. Sharpline detergent, happiness with every wash.